In the Grand Theatre of Caymanas Park, where fortunes rise and fade, Saturdays, July 19th, 10 race card offered more than just galloping hooves and flying turf. It delivered a stirring moment of sporting nostalgia. A journeyman, a throwback, a living legend, Ian, Dolly Baby, Spence, turned back the hands of time in exquisite fashion. At 60 years young, Spence produced a ride steeped in craft and courage aboard the Spencer Chung trained General Chief in the 6th event, an optional claiming affair stretching over 1,200 meters. Off the pace and seemingly lost in traffic, Spence summoned the ghost of his younger self. Urging the grey General Chief into daylight, he launched a ferocious drive, slipping inside to nip Musketoon right on the line. Last Dance closed for third, while JJ Warrior finished fourth. Cheers echoed around the park as patrons saluted a familiar figure back in the spotlight. It marked General Chief's third career victory from 23 starts, and for Spence, another return to the winner's circle this season, his 7th in 2025.
They're off and racing. The gifted one steps a bit slow along with Last Hurrah. Musketoon rushes through for that lead, but going right through now, that's JJ Warrior. JJ Warrior in front of a Musketoon, 6th Avenue, right against the rail, rushing down into it. The slow starter, that is the gifted one, out wide Last Dot. Then comes General Chief. Behind General Chief, that's Heroin as they go past the 4. Then comes a traditional boy. Kiwana comes next, and Last Hurrah racing at the back of the field. They head towards the 3, and it is JJ Warrior on that lead, tracked all the while by the gifted one. Right there in third, that's Musketoon. Then comes Last Dance. General Chief is next, followed through by 6th Avenue. Just behind them, that's Heroin. They're at the top of the lane, and it is Musketoon now assume the lead from the gifted one, fading up back a bit on the inside. That is JJ Warrior, but it is Musketoon in front. Here comes General Chief coming down the middle, but it's Musketoon still in front with a good-looking lead. The General Chief fighting on, but it's Musketoon in front. General Chief begins to gather momentum. Musketoon hanging from General Chief, and General Chief points the right time. General Chief beats Musketoon. Then comes Last Dance. Back and forth, that's JJ Warrior. Then comes the gifted one in fifth.
But the day's curtain call would be even more emphatic. In the 10th and final, an overnight allowance at a mile, Spence climbed aboard the American-bred grey colt ride all day, trained by the legendary icon Philip Fiani. Breaking from the inside draw, Dolly Baby tucked in smartly behind the fleet-footed Mamma Mia, stalking every stride. And as they approached the final 3 furlongs, he made his move, and Ride All Day surged. And just like that, the race was over. Not many strikes of the whip needed, no sweat raised. It was a procession. The field left chasing shadows as Ride All Day pulled clear.
Now they're off for the Big Man in Town trophy. Fair start. Further and Beyond left toward the back of the field. Mamma Mia has speed, displays it early. Ride All Day moving up to challenge already as they make their way down the back stretch and head away now toward the final 6 furlongs. Mamma Mia out in front. Geolithic has moved down into second. Ride All Day taken in hand and racing in third as they leave the 6. Main Mistress is some 4 lengths in behind. Gurvana moving fluently on the rail. They head Cornerstone and Antarctica team up in behind. Racing further back, that's the grey Midnight Galaxy as they leave the 5, followed by Perfect Brew. Rainsville on the outside of Immeasurable Joy, Further and Beyond is next. And last of all, it's Power from Above as the field thunders past the half mile and goes rushing into that turn. Mamma Mia continues to lead up, pressed all the time by Geolithic. A half a length separates them. Ride All Day races up next. Gurvana in a handy spot with the head Cornerstone. Main Mistress is being driven along and asked to make up a 6-length deficit. Antarctica races next, 5 back to Perfect Brew and Rainsville. Midnight Galaxy on the outside. Immeasurable Joy in between horses. Further and Beyond, nearer to the rail, and Paw from Above has not recovered as Ride All Day now snatches that lead and comes thundering up toward the final 3/16. It is Ride All Day and Ian Spence. He's looking for his second, being chased by Mamma Mia. Gervana now let loose late, but can they catch Ride All Day, leaving the furlong pole with what looks to be a commanding advantage inside the final 16th. It is a Ride All Day coming away. Ian Spence will have his second. He wins the Big Man in Town trophy. They win by maybe 6 or more. Gervano is second. Mamma Mia looks to be third. Main Mistress is fourth, close. Maybe Further and Beyond over Rainsville and Perfect Brew.
That double, his first in 18 years, Eastern Light and Siobhan in 2007, wasn't just another stat on the sheet. It was a chapter from the storybooks. A reminder that class, unlike speed, never fades. We remember Ian Spence best from his defining moment in 1989, when he steered the Viceroy to glory in the Jamaica 2000 Guineas, a last-minute replacement ride that bloomed into a Triple Crown fairy tale. With 8 wins from 36 rides this season, the fire still burns. On a day when youth gave way to experience, when guile outmatched grit, we witnessed our horseman rekindling his flame. Here's to Ian Dolly Baby Spence, a timeless jockey with saddle stories yet unwritten. Long may the resurgence reign.